Hello everyone, Nicole here with J&D Property Solutions, and I'm here today to talk to you about foreclosures. So you see in the news that home foreclosures are up 34% from historic lows. And what that means is historic lows were 0% essentially, because during COVID, the government told lenders that they could not foreclose on properties during that time. So when you hear that number, it sounds ridiculously large and scary, but honestly, anything when you're jumping from 0 to whatever percent is going to feel like a lot. They're also talking about delinquencies, and delinquencies is when you don't pay your mortgage, and they're saying that it's up 3%, which is still historically pretty low. That's 3% nationwide. Here in Colorado, we are up 1.7%, which is lower than that 3% market. And even less than this are people who are actually getting foreclosed upon. So yes, maybe people missing one payment is increased from what it used to be, but that's not meaning the sky is falling, essentially. And let me tell you why. So these properties, you miss a payment, you call your lender, you figure out a way to get back on track, you don't be foreclosed. Or the other option is if you have a change in life circumstance and you cannot pay your mortgage anymore, you can't continue to do that. People who have purchased a property here in Colorado, probably 5 years or more, if you've owned your house for that long, you've got enough equity to put it on the market, and our market's strong enough that it'll sell. It'll sell for a reasonable price. So you're not losing out on that equity. So that's why when you hear those numbers of, in defaults, numbers are rising, sure, that's true, but it doesn't mean that they're being foreclosed upon. Now, for those of you who are in situations where you've had life happen and you're no longer able to make the payments on your house, you're going to want to act fast. And let me tell you why. So most lenders usually wait a few months of missed payments before they start the foreclosure process, but they have the right to do so sooner. So the minute you're going to miss the payment, your first call should be to your lender. If a lender doesn't hear from someone who's missed their payments, they will send a notice of election and demand to the public trustee saying that they're going to foreclose upon your house. And what that means is you keep all the personal property inside and they get the property and they sell the property. So any equity that you've built in that property will be lost. And if you get foreclosed upon, it's a huge ding on your credit and will affect you having to rent in the future. Your credit will affect purchasing a car, any kind of loan, small business loan, anything you're thinking of doing, it will affect greatly. So you want to avoid this at all costs. Now, to cure a loan, you have 110 days minimum from when the public trustee is going to put a sale on your house. So if you get a notice in the mail from your lender saying we're foreclosing upon you because you have not made your payments, the time clock starts ticking from that notice. Public trustee has 110 days to up to 125 days to list your sale for public auction. Now, in the past, some people have thought if your house goes to auction that you have a right of redemption period after the sale. This is no longer true. In 2008, they passed a law that you no longer have a redemption right of 75 days like you used to. So when that auction sale happens, your house is gone. You have the right to cure, which means you have the right to catch up on the missed payments before that auction. You also have a right to sell before that auction. Both of those things keep your credit intact. The right to cure, though, doesn't mean I missed 3 months of payments and I'm just going to start making payments again. Unfortunately, it means you have to make payments on the interest, the title fees, the attorney's fees that the public trustee reached out to, the public trustee fees, all of those fees in addition to the payments missed are going to have to be paid. So your number one thing to do if you get a foreclosure letter is call your lender. If you cannot work it out, the next call I would recommend you calling is your favorite real estate investor or realtor. And when you're talking to those favorite people, I would ask them questions. I would ask if they have training. Realtors and investors, we can all take training and be certified in this particular line of purchasing. And if your favorite person doesn't have that, ask if they know someone who does. You have resources. There are those out there. All you need to do is ask for help. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I look forward to talking to you soon.